Good morning, students. Welcome back to our channel where we have the English classes. Alright? So, I'm teacher Fernanda, and today we have spelling and vocabulary class. First of all, I'd like to thank God for this day. I'd like to say I'm very grateful to be your teacher. I'm very grateful for being here. I hope you're safe and sound at home. I hope your families are all alright. And let's not forget, God is always with us. He won't let us down. He's always at our side. So He is always in our hearts and everywhere. We shouldn't forget about that. God is the most important thing. As I said, today we have spelling and vocabulary class. The topic is unusual spellings. So let's check out what the topic is about. Okay, so this is the introduction to the topic of unusual spellings, and it reads: we may think the English language also follows rules and never breaks them, but the truth is that English has some inconsistencies and irregularities which cause unusual spelling in words. Okay, this means that us as non-native speakers think that English is actually a perfect language and it has so many rules that we shouldn't break. And basically, the rules in the English language are unbreakable. Like, we mustn't at all costs break those rules. But the thing is that actually English has plenty of inconsistencies in it. So sometimes their rules break themselves. Yes? So English is a language that has many different inconsistencies, and these inconsistencies we're going to talk about today are those in spelling words. Okay? One word may be spelled one way, while the other word that rhymes with it is spelled differently. Let's explore some unusual spellings in English. Alright? So let's check out some unusual spellings in English, some examples. Let's take a look. Common misspelled words. Okay? Let's remember that misspelled words that are not spelled correctly, and let's check out some of those. Ironically, one of the most misspelled words is the word misspelled. Those who fall afoul the word usually write it with a single S, okay? But actually misspelled is written with two S, okay? As we can see here, misspelled. It has a double S, alright? Another one. Also, suffixes, the endings on words. Remember that suffixes are those particles at the end of the words. In the VLE category can be confusing, especially able and evil. Okay, and here we have a teacher writing the word misspelled. Okay, let's check out a little bit of these words about suffixes and their spelling inconsistencies that sometimes we can observe within the English language. Here we have suffixes able and evil. Okay, let's check this. Acceptable is only acceptable. It means that the word acceptable is going to be alright, it's going to be correct if it's spelled with an A before the BLE and not an I. Okay, this means that this word acceptable is going to be correct only if it has a letter A before the suffix VLE. Here we have VLE, and before that particle we have a letter A. So it is correct, not an I. If we put this I here and it says acceptable, it will be wrong, not correct. So that's why we write an A, acceptable. So it is correct like this. The same goes for interchangeable. It transforms from interchange to interchangeable only if you sneak a little A, okay? if you put this letter A here after the letter E, yes, you write this letter A in this place, so it says interchange able, okay, interchangeable. So this way it will be correct. If we write an I, yes, instead of an A, it's going to be incorrect. So it is going to read interchangeable, interchangeable, yes. So it isn't going to be correct. It's going to be with an A, okay, interchangeable, yes, but with the letter A, not with the letter I, okay. This sounds a little familiar, okay, they sound very similar sometimes, but let's not be confused with the using, okay. This word is with an A, not with an I. Here we have suffixes able and able, but let's check out these words now with the suffix able. Or how about submersible, okay, able. The able suffix, it's tricky because you have to drop a little letter, usually the letter E, okay. So we're going to take out the letter E out of the words we have to form your new word. Another example of dropping the E would be riseable, okay. Remember, rise ends with E, okay, but here we're dropping the letter E and we are putting a letter I, okay. So it is riseable here, riseable, instead of riseable, so it wouldn't sound very good. So we have to take out the E, yes, and put a letter I, yes, before the suffix VLE. You have to drop the from the word rise, as I said before. Here we have the E, yes, we have to take it out, and we have to do this to arrive at a new word, yes. So we take out the E's and we put an I, sorry. We have to take out the E's and put an I there, okay. So no E, we write an I, and then our suffix VLE, yes. Challenging homophones. As you may know, homophones are those words that sound the same, but they are written differently. But sometimes homophones can be a little bit difficult to get because they literally sound the same. So let's check out this topic. Do you know the difference between stationary and stationary? These are called homophones. That's it. That is, they're words that sound the same, but they have different meanings, as I told you before. Because of their similarities, the wrong one is often chosen and therefore misspelled. So sometimes we listen to a word, yes, that has an homophone, we write it, but it's actually misspelled. It's not written correctly because we were meant to write the word that is the homophone of the one we listened. We have some examples of homophones here. We have the word right here, yes, right, the verb right, and we have right, okay, the right hand, yes, right and right, right and right, okay. So sometimes we listen, maybe I say, hey, write it in your notebook, okay, and you get confused with the right word, or vice versa. But the thing is that their spelling is actually very different, but their sound is very similar. So that's the thing with homophones, right and right, right and right, all right. Here we have some homophones. We have a pair of homophones here. Yes, I'm going to read them for you. We have pause and pause, allowed, allowed, alter, alter, pedal, pedal, bizarre, bizarre, hair and hair, hoard, and horn. And here we have, as you may have guessed, we have hair and hair. Okay, so we have hair and hair. All right, so these words are homophones. Okay, they sound almost exactly the same, but they have different spellings. Okay, this is H-A-R-E and this is H-I-A-R-E-I-R, sorry, H-A-I-R, and we have hair. We have H-A-R-E. Sorry, I got confused. Homophones. So we have hair and hair. Yes, they are written differently. Yes, but they sound the same. They have a very different meaning. Yes, this is hair, like, or hair, and this is hair as an animal, like a kind of, well, it's related to rabbits. So they are very different. They sound the same, but they have a different meaning. Okay, so these are some of the words that have the most risk of misspelling. Yes, remember that in English sometimes it itself by itself breaks its own rules, sorry, but it's something that we must study in order to achieve a better understanding of our language. It comes with practice. So the thing we have to do with homophones and words that are often misspelled are practice. Reading and reading and practice and listening and spelling exercises. Yes, and that way it will be easier for us to understand how some words are different from others. All right, like for example, and the context also has to do a lot with this. If I read Jessica went to the hair salon. Then the hairdresser told her, "Hey, your hair is beautiful." All right, here we have the context that Jessica went to the hair salon, yes, to get a haircut, and the lady told her, "Hey, you have a nice and pretty hair." Okay, she's at the hair salon getting a haircut, so she's talking about her hair. But if we say Jessica went to the farm, then she saw a hare. It was beautiful. Okay, we have the context that Jessica visited a farm. In this farm, she saw a hare, all right, an animal like this, and she thought, "Oh, this is beautiful." Yes, but she saw a hare in the farm, yes, not a hare. So that is how we also learn to difference one word from another, by reaching and checking the general context of each of our words. All right, so this is all for today. This is all about this topic. I hope that you don't have any problems. I hope that you have understood it. If you have any questions, if you have anything to say about this, please let us know, and teacher Jeanette and I will be happy to help you. All right, so please, anything you want to ask us, feel free to ask. All right, so thanks for your attention. I hope you have a very, very nice day. Bye.